Welcome to Eden's Gate Inundation, the third new normal difficulty raid introduced in Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. In this encounter, players will battle Leviathan 2.0, Heriter of the World. Tidal Roar will deal medium raid-wide damage. Rip Current will mark the main tank with an orange marker, blasting them with a high damage column AoE at the end of the cast. The tank can take this off to the side of the arena to avoid blasting their party members. When Leviathan casts Temporary Current, it will move to one corner of the arena and one of its heads will cast a giant column AoE across diagonally, with small safe areas in the adjacent corners. Drenching Pulse will target all players with a small circle AoE at the end of the cast, followed by an additional small AoE indicated by their markers. Try to drop the first set close together before moving out and spreading to avoid overlap of the second. Tidal Wave will summon a water fountain at one of the four sides of the arena, and after a short delay will knock all players back from that side, roughly half the width of the arena. Move close to avoid problems. When Leviathan casts its first Undersea Quake, its two heads will move to the outer sides of the arena and charge a giant column AoE blast. Stand between them to avoid falling off, as this cast will destroy the affected parts of the arena. Crashing Pulse will drop circle AoEs under the party similar to Drenching Pulse, but it will be followed by a split damage marker. Drop the initial circles close together, move out, and prepare to stack to share damage. After another Temporary Current, the platform will be restored to full size. When Leviathan casts Tsunami, it will deal heavy raid-wide damage and mark all party members with various debuffs: Surging Waters, Swirling Waters, Smothering Waters, and Splashing Waters. First, Surging Waters will cause an omnidirectional knockback to cast from one of the affected player's position. The knockback isn't very far, so take this to one of the northern corners or to the edge of the arena to allow the rest of the party to see and position appropriately. Next, the player affected with Smothering Waters will be targeted for split damage. Stack to share this damage. This will be followed by the player affected with Splashing Waters being targeted with triangle markers, indicating they will drop a medium circle AoE, and the player with Swirling Waters will be targeted by a small donut AoE. I recommend the donut AoE player stay still and allow everyone else to position around them. Finally, the second Surging Waters will resolve in another omnidirectional knockback. Handle this as you did the first. Maelstrom will cause Leviathan to become untargetable, summon small puddles around the arena, and shortly thereafter cause a blue marker to appear somewhere around the border of the arena as Leviathan begins casting Spinning Dive. The blue marker indicates Leviathan will charge across to this half of the platform, and getting hit will be lethal, so make avoiding this your #1 priority. After a short delay, the puddles will expand and stepping in them will give players the dropsy damage over time. For its second Undersea Quake, Leviathan's heads will move to the center of the arena, indicating this is the part of the platform he will destroy. Quickly relocate to one of the two sides before the blast goes out. Leviathan's next Temporary Current will cast twice back to back, so after dodging on one end of your section of the platform, quickly relocate to the other end to dodge the second blast. After its third Undersea Quake, once again blasting away the sides of the arena, Leviathan will repeat the Tsunami cycle on this smaller platform. You will have less space to work with, but there is still plenty to resolve all of the mechanics safely. Handle it as you did earlier in the fight. At this point, you've seen everything Leviathan has to throw at you. Pay attention to those two heads and you'll be moving on to the final turn of Eden.